people. My name is Janaína. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Brazil and living in Norway. Long time I don't do any video. I wasn't inspired. But I've been researching for a while now about narcissistic people. And I feel that I have some experience with this. And I'm here to share. You know, I'm sure once in everybody's life you meet this person that seems nice at the beginning and you feel so comfortable with them, and then you share a lot of information about your life and you trust them, and all of a sudden they turn against you and start to spread rumors about you and make your life hell, miserable. Yes, if you've been through that, you cross a path with a narcissist person. And well, in my case, like I said in the videos before, I've been in a bad experience when I was growing up with parents, and then I married someone that was abusive, and so for me it's kind of difficult to figure out what is a normal relationship, because I'm so used to be with people that are not good. So then it takes me a while to figure that out, but now I feel that I'm getting more experience with that. So what does the narcissist do? They abuse you. They make you feel that you are going crazy, you know, your feelings are not correct. You are someone that you cannot be trusted. You know, they make you feel like that. If someone is trying to make you feel like you're going crazy, then is number one of the checklist of being narcissist. So what happens? I remember when I was a kid, my father used to say that, okay, there is this scissors. It was the scissors. I never find the scissors, and so I don't want you to use. There was only one scissor in the whole house. Here in my house I have like 10, 20 of them. You know, it's the trauma of my childhood. Today we have a lot of stuff, but when I was growing up, it was on one scissors. Scissors, I can show you scissors. I have scissors everywhere. So we had one scissors. And then my father said, "If you cannot touch the scissors because you misplaced them and I can't find them." And I actually did use sometimes because I need it for the schoolwork, and then I put it back right in the same place. But one day my father said that he couldn't find it. He couldn't find it. This is just an example of a narcissistic person. He said to me they couldn't find it, and I must have misplaced. And then I went crazy. I went crazy all over the house. I started crying, and if you can't find it, I will punish you. And I started to go crazy. I went crazy. I went looking around the whole house, each inch of the house, outside. I asked people. I was desperate. As a kid, I was a small kid. Then, later on, I discovered that my father hid the scissors. He hid them. He just liked to see me going all crazy about looking for it. That's really mean. When we are normal people, that we like to see other people doing well, we like to see people happy, we like to see people thriving. We can't understand how can there be in the world people that just like to see others in a bad situation. But don't do like me. Don't take too long to learn that there are people out there that just want to see people in a bad situation. They like to see people sad. They like to see people desperate. It's not everyone in the world that likes to see people happy and thriving. So my father was one of them. So that is when you see people doing that kind of thing, it's a prank. It's not a prank, it's a kid. You're doing to a kid. You can create a trauma. This is not funny, you know? So that is one of the things, one of the narcissists I went grown up with, and my father was a narcissist, and he did all that kind of stuff all the time. So if you have a parent that is mean, narcissist, you watch out, because maybe you're having like easy time to have relationship, romantic and friendships with people that are also narcissists, because it's something that you see familiar, you feel familiar to. So then I grew up and married this guy, also a narcissist. He has many bad things, but he's a narcissist also. What he did to me, when we start a relationship with a narcissist, a romantic relationship, they are always preparing before something happens. They are already prepared for you to find out who they are, because when you live with someone, it's a kind of difficult to hide who you are from them. So they are always prepared to revenge against you. And if you are not narcissist, you cannot be prepared for what is coming. So when I married my first husband, what it is that he is a narcissist, so he is already preparing for when I was going to leave him, the revenge that he would use against me. And what he did is talking about how promiscuous I am, and I'm a bad personality, and I like to flirt with other guys and stuff like that. And I was too open and laughing and stuff. They mix some true with lies all together. So when I finally decided to leave him, so everybody was already around him with this idea of me that I wasn't faithful. And then I was pregnant when I left him. Then he spread all over to our friends and family that I was pregnant with other guy, other person. Of course I wasn't, but he spread this lie. What does this do? What is making lies? It's just a gossip, right? It makes actually your support system fall down. So no one from our friends and my family, he isolates me, my family, his family, our friends in common. First he isolated me because he didn't want me to go to work or study and stuff like that throughout the relationship. But then when I finally left him, I didn't have any support from anybody. For no friends, no family, for not his family. They all thought I was a bitch that was pregnant with someone else. And God knows what else he said. That's what I know. God knows what else he said. So you have to watch out for this signs of narcissism. I don't know how to prevent to be with a narcissist when you don't know what a narcissism is even. You have to look for information about that. So yeah, this is the second. And then I thought about my life and think about relationships I had with some friends. There was one time in Brazil, I had a babysitter that she was from the countryside and started living with me, and then she started everything that I bought, she wanted me to buy the same for her. Like I had the tennis, if I go to the gym, she felt entitled. And then in the end, she started to make up stories about me to my boyfriend because she wanted to date him. So that happened also in friendships and stuff like that. Well, here in Norway, it happened to me. I had some online argument with someone in another city. An online argument. This woman starts making up stories about me that I was hitting on her husband. I never seen her husband. I never seen her. How can I hit on her husband? She make up these stories. Even people that don't know me yet hear from her this, then they start not talking to me. So isolates you from others. So if you are a good person, that you're not trying to destroy anybody's life, you're not a narcissist. So you should start being more careful in believing these kind of stories from people that you don't even know. And even people that you know, you should be more critical of what you hear, you know. For me, someone that I don't even know doesn't affect me, that they think bad about me, because it's someone that I don't even know. So how can it affect me? But I've been affected before, and my life was a lot harder because of this so-called smear campaigns from narcissists. So what I decide to do, now when I start to see people that has signs of being a narcissist, I'm trying to avoid them. That makes my life a lot better. A lot better. Sometimes I have done and try to take a little revenge, because it's a lot easier to take revenge on a narcissist because they're not very smart. They have these techniques that are very similar to each other, but they're not very smart. If you're learning about narcissism, if you have empathy and you know about people's feelings, you are a lot smarter than a narcissist. So you just have to be educated about narcissism. So for relationships, what I see, a man doesn't show empathy. A man is not open. A man that is sexist, macho, he is probably a narcissist too, you know. So you have to watch out and protect yourself and your mind, your well-being, and avoid these people. It's not about gossip even. It's someone that is there to destroy your life, that feel something that you say, even something that you don't agree with them, that they take this so personally, that want to destroy your life. That's too much. You know, for normal people, some disagreement happen, then you talk about it, maybe you fight, maybe you argue, and then you go on with your life. But narcissists not like that. Narcissists take that personal and will try to destroy you over any kind of disagreement. So avoid this kind of people. Just cut. That's the only thing. I'm researching more and more about it. It's the only thing that is effective is to cut relationships with narcissists. So that is what I advise, and I'm trying to do. And sometimes I feel that too much entitled. Then I feel like revenge is a good thing to do. But you have to keep safe. Also, narcissists are violent sometimes. But out there, I talk about a little bit about my experience. That's one thing I remember now. Like, you maybe talk about sexism in this, is a sexist. But please, girls, if you're meeting someone that you wanted to have a relationship with, if this person talks bad about the ex, especially when they talk about all the exes are crazy, there's a high possibility that this person is a narcissist. I guess all the guys that I've including my father, that talks bad about the ex-wife, girlfriend that is a crazy, that is all of them. You can see that maybe this person is a narcissist, especially for men. Yeah, women is a power balance, is a different thing. Narcissistic women are different. They operate a little different. And maybe we can talk about narcissistic women in details in another video. Yeah, but I think that's all for today. If anybody has any questions, I can talk to you later about it and make another video. So, bye bye, Beijing News.